Hey everybody, Clay Archer, CEO DPC Technology, and today I have a really cool product I want to review. This is the Unifi Protect PoE adapter, and basically what this lets us do is take output from a Unifi Protect system and display it on a TV or a monitor without any other device. This is a really cool little device we've been waiting for a long time here at DPC Technology. Currently for our video systems, we are using a media PC to display it persistently to a television. Some of our offices want a television where there's a persistent view of the cameras, which is a pretty common use case scenario. But putting a media PC in all of those situations isn't very cost effective. We've tried a couple of other things. We've used Raspberry Pis. You can see some links to our other Raspberry Pi videos right here. We've also experimented a little bit with using some Android devices to see if we can get the Unifi Protect web app to work. Nothing has been something that we would use in a commercial situation. The nice thing about this device is it is a kind of a set it and forget it. It will auto update. There's really no maintenance to it. It's really just kind of a black box that sits behind the TV and just works. So without any further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the box, gonna go through the contents of it, and we're gonna give it a quick review, and I'll tell you the things I like about it and the things that I don't like about it. All right, so here we have everything. It's a really nice box. It's really nice packaging. I think they did a pretty nice job. So in the box, we've got a package of screws. So this device, you can actually vase them out behind the monitor, and you can also affix it to the wall. So you've got a little packet of screws and anchors. So one actually is for the back of a monitor, pretty large, and the other two are for mounting to the wall. We've got this little kit here. Interesting packaging, very secure. So we have the actual mount itself. So this slides, the device slides inside this mount, and the mount goes behind the TV. We have the device. This slides into the device, and it mounts to wherever you want to, either to the wall or to the TV. The device itself, pretty simple. You've got two inputs. You got the PoE input on this side, the main input. And then on this side, you've got HDMI and you've got the secondary output. So you can take that Cat5 or Cat6 cable and extend it back to the TV or to something else if you want to. You got a relatively nice HDMI cable in here. And then the little package of instructions here if you so would like to read the instructions. I believe this is just a QR code that sends you to Ubiquity's website. So that's it. I'm going to take these devices and we're going to go ahead and stick them behind a monitor and log them into the system and show you a little bit about what that looks like from the actual setup side. All right, so we're going to go ahead and plug in the viewpoint into the PoE injector. This TV is run to a media closet, so we actually put the viewpoint in the media closet where there is Cat5 and the HDMI already run into that closet. So we power that back on, just wait for the TV to show. You can see the TV is showing it booting up. It takes maybe 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds for it to boot up. Setup, like I said, it's really super easy. It's basically PoE injector, Cat5 cable, and HDMI out to the TV. So you can see once it's up and running, it gives you a little screen, a little output on the screen to let you know that it's connected. And so I'm going to go into the Unifi Protect software. I'm going to click on devices. So now that it's shown up on the TV, I can just click on add devices and it should show up there. I'm going to go ahead and click on it and it's going to do its thing. And I'm going to go add devices. And it should then show up in my added devices. And like you see, the view just automatically shows up on the screen. So that's our default view, automatically showed up there. You can see that we're running 13 cameras here. I'm going to go into the views. I'm clicking on the view button here. And I'm gonna make a new view for the viewport just to see if I can run all 16 on it. And actually, I'm gonna go 16. I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna go ahead and drag 16 of them out there. I'll double up on a couple of them. Some of these cameras are not at this physical office too, which is nice. You can port them so that they come in from another location. You can check out our Unifi video on the Unifi Protect system itself to see how we did all that stuff. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and click save here, and I'm gonna edit this view and call this viewport. And I'm gonna go save there. And actually I'm gonna edit one more time. I'm actually gonna drag a second one onto this one, and I'm gonna set the duration of 3 seconds there, and I'm gonna go save. Just wanna see if it rotates. I've heard from others that it doesn't rotate on the viewport, and it looks like that is true. I do not see, oh, actually I see it here. I need to send that to the viewport. So let me go to the viewport and change that view. Viewport's offline. Oh, it's doing an update. So you can see the little blue flashing dot means it's doing an automatic update. One of the advantages of the system over maybe having a media PC or doing something like a Raspberry Pi or something else to cast video to the TV is this is completely just automated. So it's automatically going to do your updates. It's just going to work. So if you're putting it in a commercial situation, I think that's really where this is going to shine. You could do a Raspberry Pi for $100 as opposed to $200 for this device, but then you're going to have to manage it. So for the enthusiast, you might be able to do this in a different way for cheaper. But I think for the consumer or in a commercial situation, I think this is probably the best solution. Still going. Sorry, Michael, in post-production. Okay, we can see it came back up. It's now connected again, and if we click on it, we can see it updated to firmware version 1.1.17. It is connected, and that looks great. In here, I can, I've got a couple things I could name the device. I can select a view. I'm going to go ahead and go to the viewport view that I just made a minute ago. That'll launch it up there. You can see now that it's got all 16 cameras going, live action on all of them. I will confirm though that the view will not rotate like it will on the desktop. I know some of the earlier reviewers were talking about maybe that might be updated in firmware, but as of this point, and it's September 23rd, 2020, we're not getting the rotation on the view. So it is still static, and I can confirm that it is still static. If we go back into the device itself, you can see that it will, if I click on device and I go to general, we can rename it, and we can also reboot the device. There's not really a lot to do here. We can also delete it. So like I said, it's a really simple device. It just kind of plugs in and works. And there really isn't much to do with it beyond that. Okay, yeah, there was one last thing I wanted to check that I saw quite a bit of questions on the internet on some of the other videos is, does sound work on the viewport? And to my surprise, I was actually expecting it not to work like the rolling views, but it does work. Mike, you want to go out there real quick and holler at the mic? I don't know if this is going to pick up on my microphone, but this is coming out of the television.
My name's Mike, and I'm checking the mic. This is the mic check. Check.
So yeah, it actually works. It works well. So that is an added benefit of it that I think most people probably won't use, but a few of you probably do want to know about, and it does work. So really cool. So I'm going to wrap it up for here. From here, I'm going to go back to the other room, and I'll do a summary of my findings and the pros and cons of the system. Okay, through the power of the internet, it's actually a couple days later, and we've had a chance to really run this thing through its paces. And I have to say, I'm really impressed with this unit. It did a really, really good job. I noticed there was a few questions on the internet about the sound of the unit. The sound actually does work through the televisions. It was kind of cool to see that. But I can also confirm that it does not auto rotate. So that feature is not enabled yet as of September 23rd, 2020. Maybe they'll do that in another update. I wouldn't be surprised to see that function work. It's not that big of a deal. I also put it through the 16 camera display that we run here. Actually, we run 13 cameras, but I put it on 16 cameras. It handles that no problem whatsoever. I also tested that it does work with multiple devices on the network. That worked fine, no problem. I think the device itself is a little deceiving. It's kind of smaller than it looks. I mean, it does have some girth and weight to it, but it is pretty easy to sneak behind a TV. I didn't show you in the unboxing, but there is this double-sided sticky for the wall bracket. I think that would probably be my mount of choice, and I probably would do it horizontal above the TV. We actually have media closets here, so we are going to put these in the media closets. We also did a PoE injector because we just have them lying around. We're going to tighten that up a little bit and put them on our switches, our PoE switches. But for now, just we ran PoE injectors. But I was really, really happy with it. We actually have some super slim TVs in the NOC that we put these behind. It fit fine behind those super slim mounts. So I've been really happy with the build quality of it, and I think for $199 MSRP, I think it's really hard to beat this. If you have a use case where you really kind of want to set it and forget it, have it do automatic updates and basically be restartable through a web interface that you'll never have to go back and do anything to this device again, I think it's amazing. If you're a hobbyist and you have a Raspberry Pi sitting around, or you can repurpose an old PC, maybe this is redundant or not the right choice for you. But I think for all commercial applications, if you're going to be responsible for an end user using this, I think $199 is a fair price. And I think the build quality and the output from it is really nice. Like you saw on the interface, there's really not much to do to it. It just kind of works. Basically, all you're going to do is go in there and change views if you want to change views. That's it for this device. Again, 2 thumbs up. I definitely highly recommend it. If you found this video of value, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, I know there's a lot of questions about this device, please put them in the comments down below. I'll make sure that if you have a testing a question or whatever, we'll test it real quick and get back to you with an answer in the comments. Thank you very much, and we will see you guys in the next video.